I please have your attention? The press conference will now begin. My name is Marina Ray. The Los Altos Academy of Engineering is a student-run program that offers high school students opportunities to explore career paths through education, training of vocational and business skills, hands-on experience, and exposure to engineering and technology. We aspire to become the leaders of innovation solutions while educating public high school students to interact in a business setting of engineering and technology. I now introduce you to our project manager, John Wayne, who will be taking pictures with Grace Napolitano.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Before I begin, I would like to recognize Congresswoman Grace Napolitano. The Congresswoman plays an integral role in the COMPETES Act, which increases investment in research and development and STEM education. She will continue to fight for this legislation when it is debated in the House of Representatives next week. The Act increases funding for the National Science Foundation, National Institutes of Standards and Technology Laboratories, and the Department of Energy Office of Science. The Los Altos Academy of Engineering is a joint venture between the Hudson de la Puente Unified Schools District and the La Puente Valley Regional Occupation Program. This year is our 20-year anniversary as we were founded in the year 1989, and we were originally in robotics class. Our founder is former instructor Bob Franz. We are also known as Engineering Tech, the Los Altos Solar Vehicle, Manufacturing Tech, and Solar Tech. Now, the Los Altos Academy of Engineering started as an electric vehicle program, progressing into solar vehicles. As solar cells went into demand, it became harder for us to purchase solar cells and solar vehicle parts, so we went into hydrogen, producing the nation's first hydrogen fuel cell vehicle in fusion. Today, we are here to discuss HICE, the nation's first hydrogen internal combustion engine vehicle, and also our current flagship project. HICE is a prototype vehicle using a Honda GX35 engine. It uses a four-stroke theory engine, which goes through the process of intake, compress, power, and exhaust. The injector was introduced to us by Dr. Bleckham of Cal State LA, and the engine is modified by students. The students have modified the expansion chamber, which allows us to use the student-programmed injector. HICE was originally built in one of our past vehicles, High Voltage, as a test bed. Last year, students redrew the design to share the same shape as in Fusion. The raindrop shape allows us to take on the properties of airplanes with aerodynamic properties. This is a vehicle of HICE when it first came back from our paint job. Lori Marshalls of Haddix kindly helped us with this vehicle. The Los Altos Academy of Engineering has 29 students enrolled in the class, with a total of 60 students. Approximately 30 students, including those who have graduated, have worked on HICE. We have 6 teams in the academy, first being composites. Our composites team creates the outer shells of our vehicles, resulting in something that's extremely lightweight but sturdy. They work with aircraft-grade materials that were donated to us by Boeing and other industrial composite materials. The design team uses state-of-the-art technology such as AutoCAD, Rhino, and Photoshop to draw out all of the parts of our vehicles. The electrical team is in charge of creating all of the electrical components and wirings of our vehicles. The information technology team is in charge of all technical aspects of the program, including our website. The mechanical team is in charge of fabricating all of the metal pieces, as all of the parts on our vehicle are fabricated inside our workshop that you guys just saw. Our public relations team is also known as the Heart of Engineering. They are in charge of media outreach and they talk to our sponsors. I'd like to take a moment to recognize President Obama's State of Union address, as I recognize 3 specific quotes. In the State of Union address, the President said that we need to encourage American innovation and that no area is more ripe for such innovation than energy. He said that instead of funding the status quo, we only invest in reform that raises student achievement, inspires students to excel in math and science. And that in the 21st century, one of the best anti-poverty programs is a world-class education. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say that we, the Los Altos Academy of Engineering, are indeed that world-class education. So, do I have any questions from either the press or anyone in the room? Well, as a school, we also obviously take funding directly from the school district and the RLP. They are our two title sponsors. HICE was mostly a donated vehicle, and I'm really glad that our local community has been really helpful with donating parts. In terms of actually getting the things, we are funded through the RLP, as well as some of our sponsors include the EGK Foundation, which I would actually like to pull up a list of our sponsors right now. The EGK Foundation annually donates to us around $8,000, and our school district is also very helpful with it. Yes, Congresswoman.
Could I see the hands of the president here, please? Great. Well, we need to PR a lot of what the youngsters are doing because they run the program. They're the ones who design it, they're the ones who build it from ground up, they research and do everything. So we need to PR what these youngsters are doing. We PR what youngsters are doing bad. We need to PR what youngsters are doing that is groundbreaking, that they are competing throughout the nation, even throughout other countries, and yet we hide it here. So I'm going to start putting it on my website and also on my newsletter. But we need to get business. And if you do us a favor, and when you write about it, ask the sponsors for those interested businesses that want to help to come and talk to them. They're the ones who are doing the asking and the building and the technology innovation. So I'm very impressed. I've been here before. I take off to the school district for doing it. I would like to suggest, John, that you maybe have a meeting with the school board, find out if there is a close school that you can utilize to begin to do all the different things you're doing, the electrical, the components, the solar, everything, to teach them, because this is going to be the next new technology, building, entrepreneurship, whatever.
Right.
There's a school in Norwalk that the two ROBs got together, two school districts, and they teach law enforcement, medical, and armed services. They do quasi-military. It's working great. Why not a school here to do what they're doing? They've shown they can do it. Why not go further and help them establish themselves as the innovative ones who are going to start a new school? Thank you.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Yes.
I ran into a number of your alumni today, and that's a real key point. You're going to be alumni one of these days. Are you going to continue your education and come back here? Because the people I've met, the alumni, you guys are going out and going to change the world.
This following fall, I'll be attending the University of California, San Diego. And I do plan on coming back frequently to just visit, help out with all of the aspects. Wherever I'm helpful, I would love to come back. And that's one of the great aspects of the program, is that our alumni come back. I mean, can I have our alumni please raise their hand? We have a couple in the room, and I'm sure we have a lot more that would have liked to come, that usually do come in and help us out. Usually on weekends, we have alumni who come and help out Project Zeus, which is also demonstrating over there.
Well, of all of them that I've met that are the students today, they all say they're going to further their education in this line, except one lady said she's going to become a veterinarian.
Why don't you ask the students to stand up? They raise their hands, they're very timid. I want to see their faces.
Alumni, will you please stand? Alumni and students of the Academy. So, any more questions?
Just wanted to address, who could I see after this meeting so I can volunteer in expanding the program to industrial engineering?
You could probably speak to Marina Ray. She is one of our PR team members. She's right here at the desk. Marina, will you please stand? Yes. So you could probably speak to her. She'll be able to give you our contact information, and then we could work from there.
Run by students.
So, any more questions?
How much do you do an outreach to business?
In terms of outreaching to